everybody. It is Lex of Lex in the City, and I figured we'd do something different today. I'm going to show you guys how to make chili. Yes, chili. Fellas, it's the simplest thing you can make. It's good, it's sustainable, it makes you happy. So, we're going to get into our ingredients. The ingredients that you need, we're probably going to have to speed this up, but we'll try and work as fast as we can. You need ground beef. Depending on how much you make, or how much, you know, how meaty, how hearty you want it, depends on how many packages. I personally get between 2 to 3. I'm also adding cubed beef, but I'm gonna cut these down. You need an onion. I'm gonna show you how to cheat. Some people make their sauce from scratch. Normally I would, but for the sake of this, I'm actually going to use salsa. Great cheat. And the sauce I'll be using today is Tostitos. It's mild, meh, but you can spice it up how you want. Always spice the taste. Do not assume you know how it tastes by how much you put in it. Tomato sauce. Kidney beans. Now it depends on the beans that you want to use. You can use pinto beans, kidney beans, light or dark. Chili powder. These are my ingredients. To give you exact measurements, I normally for about a pan this size. That's usually 2 packages of meat, 2 packages of beans, a smaller can of tomato sauce, and about a quarter of an onion and the same size can of salsa. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on preparation. So for the preparation, the first thing I want to do is I want to take my cubes out. I want to wash them and I want to cut them down, because if you use them as these thick cubes, they're not going to cook all the way through and they're not going to cook quickly. And besides, you know, nice little meat chunks is a good thing. Also, things you can put in your chili are green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers. Hey, depends on how you want to feel. It's not even whatever. You can also, if you're a vegetarian and you would prefer a vegetarian version, leave out the meat. Just add more beans and more vegetables. If you are a tofu person, I'm sorry, it tastes disgusting. But if you're a tofu person, take out the meat and add the tofu. It's a very simple recipe. So what I'm going to do is we're going to cut up the meat, and then we are going to start browning and cooking our meat and then adding the ingredients. Okay? So I'll be back with you once I have everything cut up. So, we're back. Alright, these are the cubes that I showed you before. I cut them into thinner slices. You can do this simply by taking one, placing it on the cutting board flat on its side, and just slice. Slice, slice, slice. But make sure you don't slice them too thin or they'll, you know, dissolve in the pan. Then I got my onions. I have cut those up. I'm actually just sticking these in a bowl for ease of transport around my kitchen. So give me 1 second. Okay. So what we're about to do, always clean up as you go. Less headache later. What we're going to do, oh, and I found the secret ingredient. Give me a second. I don't know about you, but sometimes I like my chili to have some real, yeah. And there's only so much cayenne pepper and crushed red pepper can do. That is why you have 4 jalapenos. This should kick it. What I do is I don't stick the whole jalapeno in there. That's stupid. I just take it out, slice it like how I did the meat. Done. So I guess the next thing is starting the meat and seasoning the meat. I like to start off my meat because, you know, your meat is going to generate its own oil from the fats. But I like to start it off with virgin. So you take your pan, a saucepan, and no, I'm not going to cook these in the ground. I'm not going to cook these and the ground beef together. That's just doing too much. So I'll add that later. Take my my olive oil, cap full, in the pan. Real simple. Now what I found is that, you know, onions have juice. So you're gonna put your onions in first. Well, that's what I like to do. It gives it a bed to season in. So we're gonna wait for it to warm up, which with these cast iron pots may take a moment. Shout out to my bestie who gave me this hat a long time ago. Anyway, so what seasonings would you put in this? Well, you could jump the pot and put in the chili pepper right now, but you're not doing that. You're seasoning your meat. Your meat and your chili sauce, so to speak, could have two totally different flavors which come together, merge, and explode in your mouth in a bundle of deliciousness. So, what I use, I'll get with you in 1 second and bring out my herbs. Come with me. What I use is, I have actually no basil left, but whatever. Lemon pepper. I also use, Lowry seasoning salt. No racial jokes, thank you. Ground garlic. Awesome. Let's see. Where is it? Pinch of rosemary. Apparently I have more oregano than anything, so unfortunately, what else I'm looking for? Oh, garlic salt. So, my black pepper too. Okay, these are my things that I'm going to season with. Some people choose to season once everything's in there. I actually like to lay a bed of seasoning in the oil. So as you can see what I'm doing, if you want to come a little closer, the oil circle that I made, I'm putting the seasoning in the oil. Why am I doing that? Because that to me warms it up. And once you put the onions or whatever else you're going to put on top of it, it creates its own juices as well. These two are going to mix, and then you're going to have a violent burst, or I should say violent because, you know, people get scared. A vibrant burst of flavor. Make sure your flame is down low so that you don't burn your seasoning. That would be really crappy for you to have gotten all this way and then you burn your seasonings. Now, like I said, a pinch of rosemary. I'm a rosemary fan, but I'm more of a basil fan. And besides, rosemary is kind of hard to digest sometimes. So, I'm going to crush it up. As you can see, I'm putting my finger in the jar and I'm crushing it up. Then you just scoop out what you crushed up. Of course, mine is being difficult right now. Sprinkle it on the bed. And finally, the ground garlic. For those who don't know, ground garlic is a great way to lower your blood pressure naturally. So if you don't cook with it, start trying to.